Hello everyone and welcome to Christmas video number 25, right under the wire. So I was inspired by a card that I came across on Pinterest, which I will link to in my blog post. But I just love the whimsical look of it and totally out of the box for me. So I somewhat copied it, but obviously put my own spin on it and did it in my more not so whimsical way. So I'm using a bunch of My Favorite Things dynamics and a couple other stamps for it. So I die cut a bunch of pieces of cardstock and some vellum. I used their fishtail flags layers stacks, and I die cut a couple pieces of the steel gray cardstock, and that's the one I'm inking up right now with the wood grain background and the steel gray ink. And just inked up a section of the stamp and then pressed the two pieces of cardstock down onto it. It works better if you use a piece of scrap paper over that, because otherwise you're going to end up with ink all over yourself. I had it all over my hands, but it doesn't really bother me per se until somebody comes over and then they see all this ink on my hands and wonder what on earth I was up to. So anyway, I did that for the gray piece, and then for the two cotton candy cardstock pieces, I inked up the sheet music backgrounder stamp with the same color of ink. And then just stamped that onto there, and again just pressed the pieces of cardstock down onto the stamp to get the pattern onto it, and then cleaned those off and got those out of the way. And then I've just got a white card base, and I mark with my fingernail where I want to trim down the ends of these because they're quite long, so you can kind of customize them to how you want them. And then I just use my paper cutter and eyeball where I had made the mark with my fingernail and trim them down. So I did that, and then I used the Jumbo Snowflake and the Snow Cone cardstock. That's going to be kind of the main focus of my little card here. And then to adhere the flags down, I only apply adhesive near the top, so the bottoms will be popped up just a teeny little bit. Not intentionally, I'm not curling the cardstock, but they'll just stick up a little bit and just give it that little extra something. And yeah, I adhered everything straight on, which is just because otherwise, I don't know, I have a really hard time doing things not straight, not in place. So yeah, adhered those ones down, and then the vellum, I only applied the adhesive in the middle there where I knew the snowflake would cover it, because that's the thing with vellum, is adhesive shows up really easily through it. So you got to kind of be aware of what you're doing. And I've had people ask me where I got my vellum. Honestly, I've had it for years and years and years. I have a few different thicknesses of vellum, and yeah, I've had it forever. So I couldn't even tell you. Some of it's from Stampin' Up. I'm not sure where I've got most of it, because it's literally been 6, 7, 8 years since I bought any. So anyway, the sparkle cardstock though, this silver glittery cardstock, that I did pick up at Michael's a few weeks ago. And next time I'm going to pick up more when it's on sale, because that stuff's amazing. So I die cut those with the Star Stacks dies. And then the Mary is from the Christmas Greetings Dynamics, and I die cut the white cardstock first. And I didn't like that. I thought it didn't really stand out enough, so then I did the steel gray, which I liked more, but I didn't want to waste the white one. So I thought I would adhere both of them. So it's a Merry Mary card. And then I die cut a second star and kind of figured out where I wanted that to go and got that adhered into place. And then finally I die cut a few little white snowflakes with the Let It Snowflake Dynamics, and decided to go with the smallest one and just added a little dab of my Tombow Mono Multi to adhere that into place. And then finally, as my last little embellishment, I had some pink twine in my stash that matches pretty closely with the cotton candy, cardstock. So just tied that around one of the edges of the snowflake, and that was it for the card front. So yeah, really different for me, yet really fun. I love the dimension, and you can see through the vellum and the sparkle, and it's just something fun. So for the inside, that's where I used the other flags that I had die cut and stamped earlier. And then I just kind of figured out how I wanted them to go, because I still wanted to leave enough space on the inside to be able to write something. So I kind of fiddled with how I was going to lay them out and what I was going to do. And then once I was happy with that, I just started adhering everything down. So I went with a little slightly different configuration of the flags, and I adhered the gray one and then the pink one, and then the vellum one I just applied adhesive on the left hand side of it there, because it's going to be covered up by the Christmas die cut, which is also from the Christmas Greetings set. So, and then I grabbed one of the other die cut snowflakes and chose the medium one instead of that large one there, and adhered that down. And then I'm just going to apply the adhesive to the Christmas, which again is Tombow Monomulti. You always kind of want to be careful with these ones not to put on too much adhesive, otherwise it's going to ooze out everywhere. And then I'll adhere the little dot for the eye, and that's all there was to it. So as always, there'll be a link below to my blog post with links to all the supplies used. And thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and liking my videos. And I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next time. Bye!